When you ask the woman a question, how are you? Or how was your day? And how was work? You need to allow her to speak and elaborate for the next day or two, because she will tell you every nitty-gritty of the start till end. She'll say, well, hubby, when I woke up in the morning, I wasn't feeling that well. Honey, I just asked, how was the work? Well, honey, let me finish. So when I got up, I wasn't feeling well. I dragged myself for the sake to provide for you and the family. And then I went to work, and this man came and said this and this and this and this and this and this and then the next page and no, and then the next page, and she's still going and going. By the time I got home, honey, I was exhausted. But then again, I dragged myself to the kitchen so I can cook something for my hubby. And then after going through all this hell, and you never appreciate me, now pack your luggage and go to mama. That was just by asking the question, how was your day, honey? You ask the man, how was your day? Yeah, all right. One word. The woman is waiting. She's excited. She's in the mood to listen. And what? Anything else? Nah. Yeah, that's it. When we go to the wrong places, Satan now has the permission to overcome the body. He will overcome the body. The second day you wake up, the spirit is on the verge of dying. You feel so empty. You feel so miserable. You feel so guilty. You feel so broken. Reaching a level hating yourself. But when you come to the Lord and be in His presence and pray, Satan will come not being in charge anymore, but start distorting that focus of yours. So you start wondering, sitting in the church, and you're saying, wouldn't it be better if I called my cousins over a barbecue in the backyard? Come on, Bishop, hurry up. We have a birthday party to attend to. Wow. What is your priority? Yes. In a concert for 10 hours, it felt like 10 seconds. But in the church for 1 hour or two, it felt like eternity. So our topic for this evening is how to become a better Christian. I have to leave you with this. The Lord says in Matthew 5, you are the salt of the earth. Now, the salt is usually taken out of the sea. Now, the sea represents, in the biblical terminology, the world. Why? Because the sea is never stable. The sea is full of vicious creatures in there. The strong devours the weak. And the sea is salty. The more you drink, the more thirsty you are. The more you chase the world, it is a never-ending story. You have one house, you say, I want another. You'll have another more, you'll say, Well, how about 4? How about 10? I've got 1,000,000. I'll make it 10. I'll make it 100. I'll make it 1,000,000,000. I'll make it 2. It's a never-ending story. Chasing, salty waters, you will always drink and never quench your thirst. But without realizing, one day I hit the grave, and it was all nothing but vanity, empty, one big lie. That is the world. So the Lord came and He said, I made you the salt of the earth. I pulled you out of the sea. I pulled you out of the world. I pulled you out of your worldly ideas, your worldly way of living, your worldly mentality, your worldly everything that has to do with the world. I pulled you out of there and I made you salt. When you pull the salt out of the sea, the salt is made out of 2 components which are both poisonous, and if used only one of them alone can be fatal. Sodium and chlor. Sodium and chlor make up the salt. Sodium alone, poisonous. Chlor alone, poisonous. But when you put the 2 together at the right measurement, at the right pace, when you put it in the food, you'll say, what a tasty kind of a meal I have just eaten. Stunning. It was so tasty. Where did this taste come from? The salt. The best meal you cook with no salt added, no taste. What gives that meal a taste, in other words, value, is the salt. But the salt is from 2 poisonous components. What are the 2 components, the main 2 components that make up a human? Body and soul. Body and spirit, sorry. Body and spirit are the 2 main components. And what ties these 2 together? The soul, S-O-U-L. No time. Let's say the body is chlor and the spirit is sodium. If you become worldly only body, you poison yourself. And if you are spirit only, you poison yourself. But the body and the spirit put together at the right measurement by the master chef, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, you are tasty. There is no taste after that. When you live for the world only, you're unbearable. And when you live for the spirit only, you are also unbearable, because you cannot live with an over-saved Christian. Have you heard this terminology before? Over-saved. You know what an over-saved Christian is? A pain in the neck. An over-saved Christian, imagine you're with an over-saved Christian at Macca's, McDonald's. It's kind of casual, right? And you're sitting at Macca's and you say, I am hungry. The over-saved person jumps like a lion and says, Jesus said, I am the living bread that descended from heaven. He who eats me shall never hunger. All right. Oh, I'm thirsty. Jesus said, I am the living waters. He who drinks of me shall never thirst again. Relax, bro. And then all of a sudden you're looking for your car keys. You can't find them. And you say, oh, I can't find the keys. Jesus said you need the keys to enter God's kingdom. Listen, mate, I don't drive a kingdom. I can't fit it in my garage. Relax, we're at Macca's. You want to be a balanced believer? You don't need to always say, Jesus, Jesus. No. Doesn't work. You need to have a private life with Jesus, where nobody hears you, only Jesus hears you.